This afternoon. The Corporate Affairs Commission is a statutory corporation created by the provisions of the Companies and Allied Matters Act. Now, the CAC is a body charged with the regulation of companies and businesses in Nigeria. Under CAMA 2020, the CAC possesses varying powers and functions that it acts upon to provide a standard and highly regulated industry for players in the market and the general country. Now, CAC can register, re-register, remove, and can compel companies to undertake certain activities as provided by the law. Now, in recent times and under the leadership of the Registrar General and Chief Executive Officer of the Commission, Hussaini Magaji, SAN, there has been digitalization of processes, innovations, new services in alignment with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. Well, let's cross to our Abuja studios, where the Registrar General and CEO is standing by for us to have this conversation. Thank you so much for joining us. It's good to have you on the show.
Thank you very much, viewers. You are well done.
Yes, good afternoon. It's good to have you on the program again. I think a lot has been happening in recent times. I would like you to start with taking us through an overview of those activities, because you've been aligning with the Agenda 7 of President Bola Tinubu's agenda, which is digitalization and innovation.
Okay, thank you very much for having me once more again. My name is Hussaini Magaji, Registrar General of the Corporate Affairs Commission. Yes, you recall that Mr. President has a performance bond with the ministers upon their resumption to duty. And out of the wisdom, the Minister of the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Jumoke Oduwale, out of her wisdom, she has forced us, made us to enter a performance contract with the ministry on what we are going to do within this particular period. Unfortunately enough, on our part, CAC, we are supporting the mandate of Mr. President on Agenda 7, particularly leveraging on the issue of digitization and innovations that we have introduced a game-changing projects like about 4 or 5 at our performance contract with the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment. And one of it is the issue of upscaling our services in our portal. We have just introduced the Intelligent Company Registration Portal. Recall that we have a company registration portal. That's to say that our activities end-to-end is online. So beyond that, we have come up with the Intelligent Company Registration Portal, meaning that we have embedded the issue of artificial intelligence in our activities now. We are determined to eliminate the issue of using the human being to approve some of our activities, thereby eliminate the issue of discretion and introduce the issue of cost saving even to the part of our customers. What do I mean by that? With intelligent registration portals, the applicant or our customer can make a request and the system will approve without wasting time, thereby determining to reduce the time frame of registering a business within less than 30 minutes to register a company in Nigeria. This is one of the features of our Intelligent Company Registration Portal, and is happened to be one of our game-changing projects that we enter, the contract we enter with the Ministry of Industry and Trade Investment. And secondly, now we have equally entered a contract to provide additional VAS, we call it VAS portal. VAS portal, it means value-added services. This value-added services portal is like is a solution, it's a set of services we created for our customers to consume the CAC services in more dynamic way. That is to say that you don't need to file a paper applications, you don't need to do anything. You can query our portal to get a specific information, not necessarily get the full report of information. So with it now, if you have your way integrated in the company, in the CAC company registration portal, that you can query our portal anywhere you are and get any information you want. That is VAS portal, which is about to be launched any moment from now. This is one of the issues we have been doing. And thirdly, we are digitalizing our records. Remember, the issue of business registration in Nigeria predates 1912 to date. So we made a lot of manual records that are yet to be onboarded into our system portal now. So we are digitalizing all our historical files. We call it legacy record into the system. And this is part of what we'll be doing to ensure we leverage on the Agenda 7 of Mr. President to align our activities with the policy of Mr. President.
That is rich, and a lot of work is going on, as you can hear from you. Now, let's now stay with one after the other. Let's start with the new portal. Can you tell us more about the components or what this comprises of? That's talking about the new portal that you introduced.
Okay, what we have on ground, we call it CRP, means Company Registration Portal. So we are replacing it with the ICRP, Intelligent Company Registration Portal. This Intelligent Company Registration Portal, it's a solution given to our customers that you can make your request instantly. Once that name, if for instance now, if you want to register a name, business name, company name, once you make application into our portal now, instantly the system will suggest to you now that this name is you cannot get it because it has in our system it has duplicating with another name, or we have a similar name into our system, or it's a classified name because it's not all names that we can give it. You know, issue of similarity. So the system can treat instantly. Now it's like when you are opening the usual email, Google email, when you are opening a Gmail or Yahoo email, as you make a suggestion, the system will say, no, this name will not go. It will suggest and give you alternatives. So this is how our portal will operate now. As you put your name availability, the system will reject or approve or will give you instantly. As if you decide to pick the name suggested to you by the portal, instantly the next page will be open to you. And that next page, openly, as you put your name and your NIN number, because the Corporate Affairs Commission will have integration with most of the security agencies and even the NIMSI. So automatically, as you put your NIN, all your data will come up. So we don't need to ask you your passport. We don't need to ask anything about you. Generally, automatically, the system will register you within 30 minutes against the 24 hours time frame that we have presently now. So we are determined to provide services as obtained in other jurisdictions, like UK and US. That's where we are going to be to provide services in line of international best practices. This is part of the features of what we are going to introduce. This is pre-registration activities. You know, CAC, part of our activities, we also render services in post-registration activities. In post-registration activities too, our services now can able to receive any application for change name, change of address, additional of directors, or whatever. If you want to do, it is the system you will talk, no human being, so that that issue of chances of corruption or compromise will be eliminated entirely. That is what we are doing. We are providing is a system driven entirely. It's like automatically we embedded the issue of AI. So what I'm going to tell you here now is that CAC is on rise. We're just moving, technology driven. So this is part of the features of this artificial company registration portal. We're just formalizing the documentation up to, we will have launched it long before because it has been developed, about to be deployed. We are yet to deploy because we are still putting some features because it is something that handled by vendors, you know, outsourced vendors in collaboration with our internal staff. So it is where we yet to perfect the issue of documentation and other things. That is part aspect. And the second aspect, that is VAS. VAS is a value-added services because of the capacity of our customer. Now, our customers are knowledgeable. They are technology savvy like fintechs. So we are providing a solution to them that will fit into their day-to-day activities. We are providing a services where bank, if they have issue to make verification with the Corporate Affairs Commission, they don't need to write or come through any other person. From their desk, they can verify and validate information. So we are giving that services to embassies. Embassies now that they've been inundated every day with records, with company issues that for business purposes now, they can validate the information from their desks. So equally, organizations, security agencies now, all what you do is to forward your application to the Corporate Affairs Commission, request that you want your system to be integrated with our company registration portal, or which will provide you the opportunity. So this is what we develop, we call it VAS, just to allow you achieve that your services that you've been enjoying in a hard and difficult way. We now simplify it to you that you can achieve it once you have taken the advantage to leverage on this opportunity. So it's very simple that for law firms, banks, organizations, embassies, opportunity for them to make a request to the Corporate Affairs Commission for them to have themselves integrated in our portal. And once you have been integrated, you can register businesses from your own offices and from your own portal to the Corporate Affairs Commission. You can carry out another tax. You can do validation. Validation that you can, even individually, if you want to have to verify if any person using your name in any company in Nigeria, it's just for you to query our portal. Instantly, it will bring up the information, available information concerning whether you appear in any company in Nigeria. So this opportunity, we are giving it out now. It's a package, new package product now. We are waiting for customers to come and subscribe. This is another services now we introduce in our portal. And thirdly, this is what I'm now telling you now. We are digitalizing our historical files. All businesses that be registered in the colonial period to date in Nigeria, we are hosting the record, but it is yet to be onboarded into our portal. So some people are taking advantage of shell companies. What I call them shell company, because there are companies you don't know their identity and they are registered. They have certificate, there are other things. Maybe some of the members of the company, directors or shareholders, they are already died, they are not in existence, and people are taking advantage of using such companies. They are perpetrating crimes. So what we are saying now, once we onboard them into the system, you are now expected to activate this company by filing the annual returns. If you have not filed your annual returns, it's making that we take a position that we believe that you are not into a business. So we'll deregister and stroke you off from the register. We'll delist you from the system. Because we have to give our own quota now by blocking the chances of using this debt company to commit a crime in Nigeria. So these are part of the four game-changing projects. I sign a performance contract with the Ministry of Industry and Trade and Investment to deliver this year. And lastly, the CAC Corporate Affairs Commission 2 now has just launched or commissioned the Constitution of the Administration Proceedings Committee, APC. This APC is a Nobel introduced by the CAMA 2020.
Yeah.
It's opportunity given to the businesses rather than, settling your dispute through litigation at the court, wasting time. Investors finding it difficult to do business in Nigeria. No, it's a provision which provides that you just launch a complaint to that committee, which is in CAC. Once you lodge that complaint, civil in matter, the CAC has the power to investigate the matter, take a position over the matter, and if there is any agreed party over the outcome of the decision of that position taken by the APC, he will lodge a complaint or he will file his case at the Federal High Court as the court of appellate jurisdiction, not as a court of first instance. So that will not stop any business going. You will come and settle your dispute easily. So, and we have it on ground. This is part of the achievement that Mr. President has achieved, because we're exercising the mandate. We are the few selected to help Mr. President exercise his mandate. He's achieving this. It's part of his achievement. It is what is on ground now that we provided, that at least now in Nigeria, business is easy. You don't need to, to have unending litigation at the court. You can have your matter resolved at the Corporate Affairs Commission by mere lodging a complaint at the Corporate Affairs Commission. These are part of the things that we entered a performance contract with the Ministry of Industry and Trade and Investment. And all these things now, we have gone far to ensure that by the end of the second quarter, we have achieved the fruition of these projects.
These are laudable, novel moves by the CAC. Now, finally, before I let you go, what about the measures on the non-payment of annual returns? I think you're also doing something around that space.
Okay, annual return is key. For you to have a company, to brag that you have a company, you must be up to date in your obligations. It's a requirement of law that you must update your record. That is what is called annual return. Update your record annually. Tell us whether you are in business. Tell us whether you have changed the pattern of your business. When we register you, we register you in oil and gas. Now you are doing pharmaceutical business. Okay, update the record. Tell the Corporate Affairs Commission, because we are saddled with the responsibility of regulation, supervision, and registration. So update your record that you have changed address, you have done this, and pay a token fee. That token fee is just for us to service our activities, because all our activities are cloud-based. We paid services and other things. That's why we are collecting a token. So when you update your record annually, your company is fit for any business in Nigeria. But once you are mixed out, your company has not met up with that obligation of filing annual returns, it means in our portal, it will be appeared as inactive company or inactive business name, meaning that you are not worthy for any transaction. You are not fit for business. And we have reasons to deregister you from our system, because the law says if you have not been filing your annual returns for 10 years, you are to be struck off. Or if we CAC now have a belief that you are not into business, we can remove you into the system. You lose the name. Maybe we use that name to secure licenses, many mining licenses to do solid minerals mining, or quarry business, or water permit, or oil and gas, or brew the change, or air travel agent. A lot of you use that registered name to secure licenses. And once we deregister you, it means you have lost that investment. You have lost that property you bought with that name. You have lost a lot of activities there, and you will stand a chance of losing that name if you have not filed your annual returns. And this annual return is yearly. Annually, you must pay that annual. You must file and pay that annual return, which is token. And for non-governmental organizations, NGOs, beyond annual returns, the law requires them to file biannual statements. Biannual statement means you have to update your record 6 months after 6 months, twice in a year. The law expects you to file 2 biannual statements and annual returns every year. So most of the registration we have rendered on the incorporated trustees, that's NGOs and the rest, they are not meeting up with these obligations, and we are now being serious on it. We are going to make them inactive in our portal, and we are going to publish their names in our website and in the newspaper that these NGOs now, they are not fit for any transaction, either abroad or internally, because they are not active, because they have not met up with obligations. So if you have NGOs If you have NGOs, ensure that you file your biannual statements up to date and annual returns up to date. If you have a business name registered or company now, ensure you have filed your annual returns up to date. Otherwise, you stand at the risk of losing such name.
Interesting conversation as always. I've been speaking to Registrar General, CEO, Corporate Affairs Commission. In 1 minute, let's wrap up. Yeah, our time is spent, but I'm really enjoying this conversation. What more should we expect moving on in 2025?
Okay, 2025, certainly, you know, the business starting from us, we are the gateway to the Nigerian economy. We are seeing how businesses are thriving in Nigeria. Forget about the rumors circulating that investors are living in Nigeria. We are the one registered investors. We know how much the number trooping to register with the Corporate Affairs Commission. And fortunately enough, in our own law, we have seen a provision how to rescue businesses. In some businesses, they just changed the item. Some businesses, they came into Nigeria to do another business. They have now seen potential to enter another business. So that is exactly what is happening now. So because of the opportunities in Nigeria, some of them, they are now changing from another place to another place. So we have enough provisions in law which to deal with the business rescue. This is another area that most of I encourage our lawyers and I encourage our customers to learn more about it now, to see not only on the issue of liquidation and insolvency practice, we have issue of business rescue. They should learn it very well. That is why we activated in CAC now, before end of the year, we have put in structures on ground to ensure we launch our training school. We have a corporate affairs training school. That training school now, we're going to be a platform for training for the trainers to understand how to, contribute a business rescue in Nigeria. So I'm telling you now, this is the information. I know the number of foreign investors trooping into the Nigeria, big giant company coming to the Nigeria. So that's what I think. I say when I have opportunity like this, I will share with the public. Because I'm the one, the business starts from me. I have seen everything. This is a testimony I'm giving now. I testify to it now. I can give you the number of foreign businesses, giant coming to the Nigeria. Thank you.
Mr. Hussaini Magaji, Registrar General, Chief Executive Officer, Corporate Affairs Commission. Thank you so very much for your time on the program. We appreciate this, and thanks for educating Nigerians, telling us more about your activities. Hope to see you again soon to evaluate some of your processes. Thank you.
Thank you very much once more. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, there's still to come on